Here we are then. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we're back into the swing of things now, aren't we? Welcome along to the second preview of the season. Already, yep. This is interesting, isn't it? Was not, yeah. Did not expect to be feeling like I am about two previews in 2 days. I feel worn out. In a couple of days anyway, I feel worn out. But we're back. We're here. We've got the home and the away shirt sat in the back there. Oh, that away shirt is a thing of beauty. That away shirt is a thing of beauty. Home one's not bad either, but that away shirt is stunning. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love this game. Glenn commented hours ago, as soon as I set the stream up, saying hi. Ruben, how are you? If we skip the Norwich review, I'll be happy. We'll gloss over it. Evening, Lee. Hope you're okay. The blue shirt. The blue shirt's good. Oh, but that away shirt is stunning. It is stunning, Ruben. It is stunning. Wow. Third is our best this season. That was like a parent talking about their favourite child. Well, I just can't choose. No, I'm kidding. For me, that away one is clear. That new away shirt that I've hung up behind me, Glenn. That one, that all amber one there. Of course, the blue shirt is good. I modelled it. Yep, Lee Walker was the first thing with a pulse to wear that third shirt. Yeah. Lee's modelling career is underway. Well, look. Norwich should have had a penalty, let's be honest. But equally, we were terrible. Well, not terrible. We were suboptimal, and we should have walked away with a point despite that. But, hey. And Racine still doesn't know if he's got a touchline ban or not. That's weird. He's waiting for the referee's report. But Liam said he didn't swear. He didn't insult anyone. But the reason for his dismissal is unknown at this stage, which is weird. We'll look into team news straight away, where Harry Vaughan will miss the Carabao Cup tie with Doncaster Rovers as a precaution after taking a whack, as Liam Rossini described it, to his ankle versus Norwich. Alayar Sayad Manesh is expected to return versus Sheffield Wednesday on Saturday. Durkan Sinek, Matty Jacob and Greg Doherty, both of the latter two with knee injuries, remain absent. Doc, getting closer. Matty, not sure. Dodo, this is the sort of game where you'd throw him in for me just for 10 minutes. But, yeah, I mean, we'll trust Liam. Coyle was playing basketball. He was. He had his arm right up. Liked every word Liam said. Blamed the officiating, but also took responsibility for the team. Yeah, and it's he sounded properly pissed off as well, which is great. I don't think Liam's playing. I don't think Liam likes playing Sinek. I don't think it's that Liam doesn't like playing Sinek. I just think it's Liam knowing Sinek probably isn't fit enough yet. Because with Longman, evening Leo, Longman won't be involved tomorrow. He's in talks with Fatih Karagumruk to go and have a loan move over in Turkey. So I don't think he'll be involved. And he's got to, weigh it up and stuff like that. Does he uproot his family? The Longman family are really, really supportive of Ryan. His mum and dad are at every game. You know, he's a regular in my gym. He's you know, he's got his partner and he's got his dog, so he's got stuff to work out because moving country is a big thing. So we'll see how it works. We'll see how that pans out. There's no hiding, but the way I look at the penalty, yes, it should have been, but we could have got back into it. There was no way of us getting back into it after their goal, and time was up. Yeah, fair. It's a good viewpoint. Mate, Jeswin Raksaki is the mystery winger, I can just tell. Remember what Liam said about the winger being very quick, good at one-on-ones and direct. I don't remember what Liam said specifically, but I do hope that it is Jeswin Raksaki, because that guy is insane. Ruben loving coach 2 the other day. Charlie says hopefully we'll be as great as against Bradford. Oh dear. Whistle should have gone before the ball, before the goal. The ball, I wouldn't say the ball was in no man's land. And this is where I disagree with Liam. I don't think the ball was in a safe position. But equally, I see where he's coming from. But we should have closed that cross down better. Anyway, we're not going to dwell on it. We're not going to dwell on it. We weren't as good as we expect to be, and we need to rectify that. I can't show you Liam's interview, but if you go on Twitter, it's on BBC Humberside Sport. There's a link to BBC Sounds there. Cyrus Productions, hello. Let's have a look. Let's keep moving. So Ref Watch, we are, well, it's a referee I've never heard of, which I don't think bodes well. It's Simon Mather, and the two liners are Abbas Khan and Oliver Bickle. Abbas Khan I recognise from League One, and Ruben Ricardo is the 4th official. But Simon Mather is a referee I do not recognise. Stats, let's have a look. The stats have got in this year on City's website. They're not as in-depth, which is a shame. But, I mean, you look at those fouls. And to 5 yellow cards. Whereas they've got 2 more than us and have 3 less yellow cards. Not on for me, that. But you can see, yeah, they had 20 more shots than us. And they had more possession. We never had a foothold in the game. So if either team deserved to win it, it was definitely Norwich. Just me who didn't see Maka thrown on the floor. I did see Maka getting thrown on the floor. I did see it, but the referee, as Liam said, was looking at his watch at the time. Yeah. Interesting. Bold shout, our loss to Norwich isn't as bad as someone like Leeds being held by Cardiff. Agreed. Leeds, with the 40 million plus parachute payments, plus the money that they'll earn from eventually moving on players like Nonto and Somerville and Sinistera, and will Rutter leave? Maybe, don't know. Tyler Adams might leave. Melier might leave. A team like Leeds getting held by a team like Cardiff, who only stayed up last season because Reading got deducted 6 points. That's quite funny. Josh Bodo ripped him to bits. Big up, Josh. Judging by what Liam said about him not knowing whether there's a touchline suspension, he could actually be, yes. Yeah, he could well be. Joe's the only person chanting in the South Stand every game. Now, we've got John Uzzle. We've got John Uzzle as well. It's not just me. The two of us try and run this together. Donny, now, head-to-head, their website is the most disgusting thing ever, because look at the state of this. How hard is it just to number them? and or move that picture of Rio Griffiths down there where he's number 25, or move that picture of Joe Ironside into there. Tyler Roberts up there. It's a disgusting website. But names you might recognise, they've still got John Taylor, who played for them when we were last in League One. Harrison Biggins is a name I recognise as well. Zane Westbrook played for Bristol Rovers when we were in League One. Tyler Roberts, that isn't the Leeds Tyler Roberts, by the way. Ben Close played for Portsmouth when we were in League One. Richard Wood is formerly of Rotherham. Jamie Sterry, right back, formerly of Newcastle. And of course, Tom Nixon, who won't be playing tomorrow due to him being on loan at Doncaster from us. Yet Nixon can't play. Ozil is a legend. Ozil is a legend. You are right there, Lee. Get them all to wear the same shirt. Yes, that's another good point. I struggled to get what you mean there, but I've just closed the website down. Yeah. Rosie saying Norwich bench was constantly at the fourth official calling time wasting. Are we too nice as a team? I think we are a little bit too nice. And Rosinha was asked, do we need someone like an Ashby or a Myler? Someone who will get stuck in, be a bit of a house, and do the hard yards in midfield? Not necessarily, but do we need to try and get under the skin of the opposition a little bit more? Do we need to stand up for ourselves a little bit more? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And that will go for the coaching staff as well. They'll learn something from that. If they know Norwich are in the fourth official's ear, they'll pick that up and they'll do it as well. I'm more or less sure of that. Rosinha will sort out in training. Wednesday going to get battered battered next week, and we'll all be optimistic again this time next week. Keep the faith. Don't worry yet. We'll still be around. Yeah, we'll still be top 10. I think we'll still be top 10. I think I can confidently say that. Hopefully. Just need to get a foothold in the game. But Wednesday, they're going to make it hard for us. They're going to make it so hard for us. If you look at what they did to Southampton, in the second half, Xisco Munoz basically said to Sheffield Wednesday, he said to his players, right, you pointed at all 11 of them. As soon as we lose the ball and Southampton try to pass it about and break us down, sit very deep and make them use the space in front of us, limit them to shots from outside the box. We have to be aware of that and find a way either A, around it, or if we can't find a way around it on the day, not shit ourselves at the prospect of shooting from outside the box. Because that's the only person who I've seen do that over pre-season and Norwich was Delap when he hit that effort that Gunn saved from just outside the area. If they're going to sit and absorb the pressure, we're going to need to take risks and get someone like Tufan who can hit them from range to have a dig a couple of times. Test the keeper, make the keeper work. And, you know, the coaching staff should pick up on that, I hope. So maybe this young English talent we after could be Raksaki, hopefully. Do I think it'll be 11 changes tomorrow? Nope, I don't think it'll be 11 changes. We haven't got the bodies to make 11 changes at the moment. Look like you were doing the Jimmy Bullard celebration. Leo says he thinks we need to send a certain player back. Leo, is that Malik Wilks by any chance, mate? Question. Is it Malik Wilks? Oh dear. Right, current form. Let's have a little look, shall we? There ain't much to go over. We'll just go over the first game of the season for each side, which, well, we did a thing. And Donny lost 1-0 to Harrogate. It was apparently a bit of a controversial penalty scored by Jack Muldoon. And we lost 2-1 to Norwich. But I think it is worth looking at Donny's team So there might be a fair few changes. Grant's 4-3-3 obvs. Tom Nixon not involved. Although, are those rules? I'll double check that. Mark Oxley, former Tiger, in goal for Harrogate. But they went for Lawler in goal, back four, Sterry, Oluwu, Wood and Senior, Broadbent, Bailey and Rowe the midfield, with Molyneux and Taylor the wingers and Ironside up top. So I think we will see players like Biggins, Satona, Miller, Roberts, Anderson start perhaps for Grant McCann tomorrow. Yeah, hey, a lot of comments coming in tonight. I like that. I like that. Trust me, he's different gravy. I know your adoration for Mal, Leah. I know your adoration for Mal. And you know what? Little teaser. We'll touch on Malik a little bit later on. Still think we need another winger, keeper, left back. I don't think we need another left back. Brandon is still here. Winger is coming. Keeper is also coming. Rosenior said in his interview that the keeper could be this week. He said, we'll see. And the last time he said, we'll see, was when asked about Aaron Connolly being confirmed. And he said, we'll see. And it was. So, yeah. Don't know, but I think we'll see a lot of Tyler starting. In my eyes, we'd score a lot of goals if we actually took more shots, particularly from outside the box. The amount of goals that are scored from distance in the leagues below the Premier League is large. Don't know where Marcus is. He sent me a picture of him and his grandma earlier. So that might be where he is. Mate Kovar, perhaps. Perhaps I'd be very happy with the Mate Kovar signing. Definitely. Definitely. We all remember Marcus Forst. He was dreadful. Hands up if you want to see Adama on the wing again. I don't. I'd rather see him central. But I don't think we've got much choice other than to put Adama on the wing. I'm going to be honest. Let's look at the league table. There's not much to tell, but we are currently the second highest ranked of the Yorkshire clubs behind Leeds. We'd be the highest ranked. No, we wouldn't. We'd be behind them on goals scored. But we'd be a lot closer to them if there wasn't that bloody late equaliser. But Sheffield Wednesday below us, Middlesbrough below us, Huddersfield, Rotherham below us. Very nice. Very, very nice. God, right, get ready. This is going to be long. Around the grounds. Carabao Cup, match day 1. 7 o'clock kickoff. Tomorrow is Huddersfield versus Middlesbrough. 7:30 kickoffs tomorrow. Mansfield versus Grimsby, Newport versus Charlton, Peterborough versus Swindon, Swansea versus Southampton. 7:45 kickoffs tomorrow. Accrington Stanley versus Bradford, Barnsley versus Tranmere, Blackburn versus Walsall, Bolton versus Barrow, Cheltenham versus Birmingham, Derby versus Blackpool, Exeter City versus Crawley Town, Forest Green versus Portsmouth, Gillingham versus Southampton, Harrogate versus Carlisle, Hull City versus Doncaster, MK Dons versus Wickham, Millwall versus Reading, Notts County versus Lincoln, Plymouth Argyle versus Leyton Orient, Port Vale versus Fleetwood Town, Preston North End v Salford, Rotherham versus Morecambe, Sheffield Wednesday versus Stockport, Stevenage versus Watford, Stoke v West Brom, Sunderland v Crewe, Sutton v Cambridge, and then the 8 o'clock kickoff is Wrexham versus Wigan. On Wednesday, 7:45 kickoffs are AFC Wimbledon versus Coventry City, Bristol City versus Oxford United, Cardiff City versus Colchester United, Ipswich versus Bristol Rovers, Leeds versus Shrewsbury, Burton Albion v Leicester, and that's not where it should be. QPR versus Norwich, and the 8 o'clock kickoff is Burton versus Leicester City. A lot of games there. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 32, 34 games there. Split into north and south. Wow. I wonder who the shared shirts will be with my Malik teaser. I'm praying for a cup run. I'd love a cup run in either of the cups, to be fair. If the injury crisis never happened, would Shotter still be here? No, he would not. Martin, how are you, mate? Hope Oscar starts. We're going to win 3-0. I think we should have beaten Norwich. We would have got a draw. We would have got a draw. Yeah. I'd rather have two fan on the wing. Traore central. Traore's been completely out of his depth. I'd rather us just sign the winger. That's the easy one. Memorable match. Now, the one I wanted to do for memorable match, I couldn't pick because it was also the last game. The last game that we played them. Skitty's on the sofa. The one, like I said, the one I wanted to pick for memorable match isn't the one. Well, I couldn't pick it because it's also the last time we played Doncaster. So I've had to go with our late smash and grab 2-1 win where Tommy Eaves scored the winner. McGuinness gave us the lead. It was levelled late on by Tyrese John Jules. And then Eavesy, 6 minutes later, off the bench, saved us in League One. Our team that day was Matty Ingram in goal. Back four was Josh Emmanuel, Alfie Jones, Jacob Greaves and Callum Elder. Midfield three was the captain, Richie Smallwood, George Honeyman and Greg Doherty. It was Malik Wilkes on the right, Hakiva Delican on the left, and Josh McGuinness starting through the middle. The bench, George Long, Louis Coyle, Reece Burke, Tom Eaves, James Scott, Regan Slater, and Keane Lewis Potter, with Grant McCann in charge. Jason Lakilo on the bench for Donny Rovers that day, but he is not our shared shirts. I'll leave that there. And last time out, heartbreaking. 3-3 draw. 90 plus 12 free kick by James Coppinger on his little memorial game that we did. After Malik Wilkes scored twice to put us in the lead, Reece James pulled it back to 2-1. Josh McGuinness stole a goal from Jacob Greaves. And then we gave away a penalty, which Bogle scored to make it 3-2. And then after a long injury to George Honeyman, I believe it was, there were 12 minutes added on. And in the last of those, James Coppinger scored to make it 3-0. Doesn't matter though, we still won the league. In the team that day for Doncaster, Jason Lakilo came off the bench. Former Tiger John Bostock, but again, he's not the shared shirts. And Josh Sims, who we nearly signed the following summer, but did not. So our team that day was Matt Ingram in goal. Back four was the captain Louis Coyle, Reece Burke, Jacob Greaves and Callum Elder. Midfield three was Alfie Jones, George Honeyman and Greg Doherty. Wilkes on the right, Lewis Potter on the left and McGuinness leading the line. The bench was George Long, James Scott, Josh Emmanuel, Sean McLaughlin, Regan Slater, Dan Crowley and Gavin White as well, with Grant McCann in charge. That Donny team was great, but they bottled it and didn't get into the playoffs. I don't quite know how, with the amount of games in hand they had, how they threw it away like that. Anyway, the last sort of games, I could have picked this for memorable match, to be fair, where we played the kids. In fact, we're going to have a look at that now. Doncaster 2-0, Hull City. We're going to have a little look at that now. Just to have a look at what a mess that team was. Memorable match part 2. Will Mannion in goal. Back four, Brian Lennion, Josh Claxton, Robbie McKenzie and Brandon Fleming on debut. Then we had Will Annan and Tyler Hamilton as the wingers. James Weir, who'd spent a year out injured. Dan Batty on debut. And Greg Ollie, the central midfield three. And Greg Lure was the starting striker. Donny had John Marquis, who we also nearly signed. Our bench, wow. Charlie Andrew, oh my Christ. Lewis Ritson, Ben Hinchcliffe, Ellis Barkworth, Liam Edwards, and James Yates under Leonard Slutsky. Ben Hinchcliffe now at Bev Town, having played for Barton for a little bit. Lewis Ritson, I believe, is now at Blythe Spartans. Charlie Andrew is a goalkeeping coach at Blackpool's Academy, I believe. I will double check it. Oh no, he's an academy coach at Blackburn, sorry. Charlie Andrews, an academy coach at Blackburn, where having spoken to and working for goalkeepers, they don't quite know how Charlie Andrew ever made it pro because he's so small. Yeah. Anyway, we can't really get anything representative because times have changed, but we have only beaten Doncaster once in our last 5 meetings, which date back as far as January 2012. We'll read some comments and then we'll get on to shared shirts. Could Pelkas come back in January? No. That celebration by Wood for Shelburne the other night, very nice. Josh Claxton is my mate's teacher. I'm going to assume he's a PE teacher. It's because Darren Moore left for the Hooters. How is he too good? A team like us would be great for his development. Oh, you're talking about Palestri there. Marcus is having fish and chips for dinner. Leo with the bait. Saw him at the Norwich game. How many players do you think we need to be fully ready for the season? I think we need a keeper, winger, possibly another striker. We've been linked with a striker today. I know square root of nothing about him. I think we need another 2 wingers, a goalkeeper, and another centre mid. And that centre mid will be Max Bird. They're the 4. Yeah, happy with that. I'd be confident, even more confident than I am now. Are we ready, Leo? Malik Wilkes! Viva Malik Wilkes! Viva Malik Wilkes! He's got a massive, puts it in his sock. Viva Malik Wilkes! Oh, my. Love Malik. He was on loan at Doncaster in the 2018-19 season, 53 appearances, 16 goals for them in League One. Joined us initially on loan from Barnsley in the Championship. We were relegated and then he joined us permanently. He scored 20 goals. He was our top scorer in the League One season. And then back in the Championship, scored another couple before he was sort of frozen out under Shotto, wasn't he? And he moved on to the Owl Shaggers at Sheffield Wednesday. If Bird signs, does Doc leave? No. Joe just bidded for Bird once again. I have a feeling we'll significantly up the offer if the last one was derisory. We haven't just bidded for Bird again. Adjan confirmed that the other day in an interview. Yeah. Bird will come in. I'm confident of that. I've spoken to Claxton many times, deputy head of house at my old secondary. Is he a PE teacher? I'm going to assume he's a PE teacher because I think he went into personal training after he was released by City. And then I think he plays semi-pro for Alfreton Town. I think. Not too sure. Sign Harry Maguire. Jesus Christ. Not realistic at all, that. Let's just check that all of this still works. Yes, it does. I've shoved a bold call on the bench in my predicted team. See if you can work out what it is or who it is. I reckon it'll be a 4-4-2 because we haven't really got anything else we can do. In goal, Timothy Lotta-Tyler finally making his debut. Right back, Cyrus Christie. Centre halves, McLaughlin and Andy Smith. Left back, Brandon Fleming. Right wing, Adama Traore. Central midfield, Tufan and Simons. Left wing, Jason Lakilo. And up top, Oscar Estupinian and Aaron Connolly. The bench, Ingram, Coyle, Vinagre, Greaves, Jones, Delap, Seri, Slater, and Jim Sims. Now, yes, that is my bold call. Wait, we haven't bid again for Bird. No, we have bidded. We have bid again. It came out on Saturday. Adrian confirmed we put a second bid in on Saturday. Adrian confirmed we put a second bid in. Big fan of Andy Smith, great upcoming talent. Yeah. So my bold call is Jim Sims. My thinking is that without Harry Vaughan, there is space for another academy grad, for another academy player. I was thinking Alfie Taylor, maybe, but we've got Greaves and Jones on the bench already. I was thinking Ollie Green, but we've got Seri and Slater on the bench already. Yes, it was confirmed. Go on Humberside Sport on Twitter, scroll down and listen to Adrian's interview. He confirms that we've put a second bid in on Saturday. And then I thought, right, there aren't really any more. If I get my big autograph book of academy players, we're not just going to populate the bench with a second keeper and pop Dave Robbo on there. Kyle Fanning won't be involved, that's for sure. Sincere Hall won't be involved. Ollie Green, Jevon Mills, Leake and Nixon are out on loan. Leckie won't be involved, his ankle's in a boot. Alfie Taylor, Harry Wood's out on loan. Pallett, Weston, Tinsdale, Johnson, Foster, nah. And that left me with two options. I thought, well, Mills could be, but I was thinking we've already got two centre-backs on there and we don't need more than two centre-backs. Putting one of Taylor or Mills on there. We've got a right-back, Coyle, left-back, Vinagre, two central midfielders in Seri and Slater. So my little hunch was, well, we haven't got any wingers on there and we've only got one striker. Henry Sandat or Jim Sims. Now I thought, well, Sandat's only been at the club a couple of days, whereas Sims has been here a year. Who's most likely to be given that chance, having had a full pre-season and stuff like that, and having trained with the first team before? And I've opted for Jim Sims. He's my wild card, and I think it will be him or Sandat who is the wild card. Yeah. He was my wild card pick. Just thought, what if the Fenner guy, Bora Adanlak, he could play right wing, but he's going to link up with the under-21s first. But equally, he could well be, but I don't think we'd have been able to register him in time, sort of thing. I'm fairly sure this isn't one of my one of the college staff. I think, well, considering she's told me that her son and his group of mates watch my stuff. Hello, Mrs. Wilson's son. Joe, you'd make a good manager. I couldn't be bothered with the stress of it, mate. I'll be honest. Right. What are we thinking? What are we thinking, everyone? Chuck your thoughts at me. What are you thinking? Defo the person behind the Tan Kessler account. That's a throwback. Actually, that's a throwback. I'd forgotten about the Tan Kessler account. That's a throwback. 2-0, 4-0. 2-0 to us. Have we got any more coming in? Leo, if you're still watching, please don't send what you said to Marcus the other week in a vlog. 4-all Malik Wilkes to score all 8. 2-1 loss. 2-0 City, Christian Connolly. 2-1 loss. 0-0, we win 5-4 on pens. If Jarvis wasn't out on loan, I think he'd have started, to be honest with you. 3-0. All right. I am going to go for a 2-0 Hull City win. Goal scorers, Oscar Estupinian and Aaron Connolly. They're my hunches. Nice. Thank you for watching this preview, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you for the first fully fledged graphic.com looking all nice and crisp match day vlog of the season late tomorrow night. Take care, everyone. See you all later. And yeah, up the Tigers. Goodbye.